The ENGWE EP-2 3.0 is one of those bikes that looks like a practical folding e-bike at first, but once it gets out on steeper roads, gravel surfaces, and rougher terrain, it starts to feel more capable than the folding frame suggests. Most folding e-bikes are easy to categorize. They're usually built around convenience, easy storage, easy transport, a smaller footprint, something that can fit into a tighter garage, apartment, shed, camper, or vehicle. And that's still part of what the EP-2 3.0 does, but this bike also has a stronger side to it. ENGWE gives it a 750 watt motor with a listed peak output of 1500 watts and 90 Newton meters of torque. That's a major part of why this bike feels more confident than expected. Because with folding e-bikes, the question is usually not whether they can cruise on flat ground. Most of them can do that. The real question is what happens when the road starts climbing upward. But more on that later. First, let's get this thing unboxed. Unboxing the bike is straightforward, and all necessary tools for assembly are included. First, I removed the packaging straps and opened the box by carefully removing the tape and pulling the box free of the staples. Then I laid the box down and slid the e-bike out carefully. Stand the e-bike up and remove all zip ties and protective foam, revealing the sleek design of the ENGWE EP-2 3.0 e-bike. Install the handlebars by loosening the bolts on the bike stem, centering the handlebars and rotating them to align with your preferred riding position before tightening the bolts securely. For the front wheel, loosen the bolts of the protective bar on the front fork, add the front wheel and tighten the bolts to ensure it is secure. The pedals are clearly marked for the left and right sides, matching the pedal stem. Screw in the pedals and use a wrench to further tighten them easily. Install the front headlamp by loosening the bolts on the fork brace, attaching the headlamp, and then adjusting its orientation to face forward. Alright, let's take this thing for a ride. In the North Georgia mountains, we ride on hills. We don't ride on flat surfaces. This is where weaker folding e-bikes can start to feel out of place, especially here in North Georgia. With the EP-2 3.0, climbing was not a problem. The motor had enough strength to keep the bike moving up steep hills without making the ride feel strained. That stood out because folding e-bikes are not usually the first choice for mountain-style riding. A lot of folding bikes feel more at home on smooth city streets, bike paths, and flatter neighborhoods. This one felt more prepared for steeper terrain. It still has the storage and transport benefits of a folding frame, but the motor gives it much more push than the standard foldable. The 90 Newton meters of torque is especially important here. Torque is what helps the bike feel strong when it's pulling away from a stop, climbing a hill, or trying to maintain momentum on gravel. And on this bike, the torque helps it feel less like a small folding e-bike and more like a capable fat tire machine. The battery is another key part of the story. The EP-2 3.0 uses a 48-volt 15-amp-hour battery, which works out to 720 watt-hours of capacity. That's a solid battery size for a foldable fat tire e-bike. Battery capacity matters because a strong motor needs enough power behind it, especially when the bike is being used on hills or gravel. ENGWE lifts the range at up to 65 miles in pedal assist 1, but that number should always be treated as an ideal condition number. On steep hills, rougher gravel, higher assist levels, heavier rider weight, low tire pressure, and faster riding, range will naturally be lower. That is normal for any e-bike. With the 720 watt-hour battery, gives the EP-2 3.0 a good foundation. It does not feel like ENGWE put a powerful motor on the bike and then gave it a tiny battery. The battery size feels matched to the kind of riding this bike is meant to handle. And guess what? ENGWE also includes an 8-amp fast charger, which is worth mentioning because a lot of e-bikes will ship with much slower chargers, usually around 2 to 3 amps. For riders who use their bike quite often, faster charging can make a big difference. It means less time waiting between rides, and it makes the bike easier to live with if it becomes part of a regular routine. The EP-2 3.0 also has a listed top speed of 28 miles per hour. That gives it a Class 3 status. That kind of speed can be useful, but on heavier fat tire e-bikes, it also makes braking and stability more important. That is why The brake setup matters. ENGWE uses Tektro hydraulic disc brakes with 180mm rotors, front and rear. That is one of the stronger parts of the bike's overall package. A 75.4-pound e-bike with a 330-pound payload rating needs brakes that feel controlled and confident. Mechanical brakes can work, but hydraulic brakes usually provide better lever feel, smoother modulation, and stronger stopping power with less hand effort. On gravel roads and downhill sections, that matters. It is not just about stopping quickly, it is about being able to manage speed smoothly. It's about slowing the bike before turns, it's about keeping the bike calm when the surface gets loose, and it's about not feeling like the brakes are the weak point on a powerful heavy e-bike. The EP-2 3.0 feels better balanced because the braking system matches the motor and the weight of the bike. This is important. A bike with strong climbing power but weak brakes can feel incomplete. Here the bike has the power to get up hills and the braking control to come back down with confidence. The tires are another major reason the EP-2 3.0 feels comfortable and stable. The bike uses 20 by 4-inch fat tires. The fat tire size fits the character of the bike well. The 20-inch diameter helps keep the bike compact and foldable. The 4-inch width gives it a bigger contact patch and more cushioning. On gravel roads, those fat tires make a noticeable difference. They help the bike feel more planted, they help smooth out smaller bumps, they add grip on loose surfaces, and they make the bike feel less nervous than a narrow tire folding e-bike would feel. That matters because this bike was used mostly on gravel roads, and gravel tends to expose weaknesses very quickly. A bike that feels fine on pavement can feel twitchy or harsh once the surface gets loose. The EP-2 3.0 did not feel like that. It had a steady, planted feel. It still requires attention because gravel always does, but the tire width gives the rider more confidence. The front suspension fork also helps. ENGWE lists the front fork with 50mm of travel and an adjustable lockout. That is not a huge amount of suspension travel, and this is not a full suspension bike. But for gravel roads, broken pavement, and everyday rough surfaces, it does help take some of the edge off the front end. The EP-2 3.0 is still a hardtail, so there's no rear suspension. So what does that mean? That means bigger bumps and sharper impacts can still be felt through the back of the bike, but the bike ride was more comfortable than expected. A big reason for that was the saddle design. On a hardtail e-bike, the saddle matters a lot. Since there's no rear shock absorbing impacts, the seat becomes a major part of the comfort equation. The saddle of the EP-2 3.0 helped the bike feel more forgiving than the hardtail frame might suggest. Now don't get me wrong, it does not make the bike feel like a full suspension model, but it does make rougher gravel stretches more comfortable. Combined with the 4-inch fat tires and upright riding position, the saddle gives the bike a smoother, easier feel than expected. That is one of the more surprising positives of this bike. Hardtail, folding fat tire e-bikes can sometimes feel stiff or tiring on rough roads. This one felt pretty comfortable because ENGWE did not rely only on the fork. The tires, saddle, and riding position all help. The frame is a foldable magnesium alloy step-through frame that gives the bike a practical, approachable design. The step-through frame makes it easier to get on and off, especially compared with taller frame designs. The folding feature makes it easier to store the bike and transport it when camping and going on road trips. But it's important to be realistic. At 75.4 pounds, this is not a lightweight folding bike. It folds, but it is still a substantial e-bike. That means the folding design is best understood as a storage and transport advantage, not something that turns the bike into an easy carry item. It can be easier to fit into tighter spaces. It can be easier to load with the right setup. It can be easier to store than a full-size bike, but it's still heavy, and that's one of the main trade-offs. But the upside is the weight also helps the bike feel planted on gravel. It does not feel flimsy. It does not feel overly nervous. It has a grounded feel that works well with the fat tires. So the weight is both a con and part of the bike's stable ride character. The Drivetrain is a Shimano 7-speed setup with a 48-tooth chainring and a 14 to 28-tooth cassette that gives the rider mechanical gearing to use along with electrical assist. On an e-bike, gearing still matters. It helps with hill starts, it helps keep pedaling comfortable in climbs, it helps the rider stay in a better cadence instead of relying only on the motor. The 7-speed setup is simple, familiar, and practical. It fits the bike well. This is not trying to be a high-end mountain drivetrain. It's a practical setup for a practical fat tire folder. The EP-2 3.0 feels stronger than expected. It climbs better than expected. It handles gravel better than expected. And it's more comfortable than expected for a hardtail folding fat tire bike. That's the big takeaway. This is not just a folding e-bike for flat pavement. It has enough motor, torque, battery, tire volume, and braking power to handle more demanding riding. For a bike that folds, that is impressive. The ENGWE EP-2 3.0 is best understood as a capable fat tire folder with a practical side and a stronger than expected climbing personality. It is not a full suspension mountain bike, it is not a lightweight portable folder, and it is not built for technical trail riding, but for gravel roads, steep hills, mixed surfaces, commuting, errands, and everyday adventure style riding, it makes a strong case for itself. The 750 watt motor, 1500 watt peak output, 90 newton meters of torque, 48 volt 15 amp hour battery, 720 watt hours of capacity, hydraulic brakes, 20 by 4 inch tires, and a 330 pounds payload rating all give the bike more substance than the folding frame might suggest. And the comfort is better than expected because the saddle, fat tires, front suspension, and upright position all work together. For riders who usually avoid folding e-bikes in hilly or gravel-heavy areas, the EP-2 3.0 is the kind of bike that can challenge that opinion. It still has the folding convenience, it still has the storage flexibility, but it also has enough capability to feel useful in places where many folding bikes would struggle. That is what makes it interesting. The EP-2 3.0 proves that a folding e-bike does not have to feel limited. It can still be practical, it can still be comfortable, it can still climb, and it can still handle gravel roads with confidence. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us on this electrifying journey. This is Jeremy Vinny signing off. We'll see you on the next one.